Well, hello. Welcome to another Mermaid Monday Q&A. This person is experiencing a really interesting phenomenon where they have sort of like muffled hearing when they orgasm. So within that person's health history, it seems like it's relatively within the range of normal or typical for them and their body. This is something that usually happens for them when they are orgasming very intensely, right? So when you think about it, right, when you think about an orgasm, it's this like buildup of pressure, like all this pressure buildup. You may be breathing a little more shallow or breathing a little deeper depending on what you personally do. And that can change the ear pressure. So I'm not actually surprised that something like that would happen. That sounds relatively typical, potentially common for many people. And if it doesn't hurt, then it's probably okay. So this person is wondering if another person can still orgasm if they are not attracted to another person. And I mean, I think it's really dependent on the situation and that particular person, right? A lot of our like potential to orgasm comes from our brains, really. Our brain is our most important sex organ. I say this all the time. And if we are able to access the pleasure and be able to experience and be fully in it, then yes, certainly we're able to orgasm over so many things. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're attracted to someone, right, or to that particular thing, right? We have to remember that arousal doesn't always equal desire, and desire doesn't always equal arousal, right? It makes me want to ask what else is going on with that particular person. This is such a good question. And after talking more with the person who asked, we talked about a little bit about how medical professionals don't even really address this. And I have a lot to say, so buckle up. I don't care who you are in the relationship, but sex is definitely going to change when you bring home a baby. Not only will you potentially have less time, less free time, less private time, you might have different feelings about your own body. You might be at awe at like all the different things that your body can do producing a child, or that your partner can do if they've created this being in their body. And the way that sex feels might change. Your own personal want or desire to have sex might change, and not necessarily go away. It could even increase. It really depends on your body and all the other things that are happening in your life at the same time. Speaking personally, I definitely had postpartum depression. I mean, having a small child during a pandemic is no joke. So props to the parents who are currently having children at this very moment, small little babies. Isolation is real. And even if you're living with a partner, you might not necessarily want, like I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many things touching me. This baby is on me all the time. My cat wants my attention. My partner wants my attention. It became too much, and like I couldn't even have my own personal space, But I was still interested in sex. I was still interested in orgasming, but it was just different. And you know what? It's okay. It's going to keep evolving as the relationship and the baby grows.